Hey Zombie Slayers, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. Are you a gun buff? I play a ton of shooting games, but I don't know the first thing about guns, and that would probably come in handy when you have games like Back 4 Blood that has over 30 real-life weapons at your disposal. Well, in today's video, I've taken the time to look at and analyze each primary weapon in the game, which might help you determine what gun probably suits your playstyle. Let's get started. Before we begin, I must preface this that you won't always find the gun you want, that there are different rarities that you'll find, and they may come with attachments as well. So while X gun is better than Y, the Y gun that you find might be of higher rarity and come with better attachments than gun X. With that said, we'll start off with SMGs, which includes the UMP, the MP5, the Vector, and the Uzi. The UMP has the best damage and range with a 20 round capacity. Is when you want to do the best damage per bullet. The MP5 has the lowest damage and is tied for the best mobility with the Uzi. And although it has a 25 round capacity, it does have a better range, handling, and accuracy than said Uzi. It's when you want to be accurate and mobile at the cost of damage. The Vector has less damage than the UMP, but boasts the fastest rate of fire and more mobility than the UMP. It unfortunately has the smallest round capacity at 19. So basically, the Vector is good to use when you want to be a bullet hose. Finally, the Uzi has a fast rate of fire and high mobility, and to top it off, it has the largest round capacity at 32, which makes up for the below average damage. So the Uzi is good when you want to shoot quickly and be more mobile. We'll now turn our attention to primary shotguns, and we have the AA-12, the Super 90, the 870 Express, and the TAC-14. The AA-12 is the only full auto shotgun with a 12 shell capacity. It's tied for being the most mobile with the Super 90, but other than that, it has lower stats than all the other primary shotguns. It does reload through a drum barrel instead of individual shells. So basically, if you want a full auto shotgun at the cost of dealing the least damage among shotguns and running the risk of possibly using up all your ammo by accident, then the AA-12 is your shotgun to choose. The Super 90 has a 6 shell capacity, has better mobility and handling than most shotguns, but does the second least damage. It has a very fast reload, a medium spread, and the second fastest rate of fire next to the AA-12. So basically, more mobility and a fast reload, possibly firing primarily through hip fire. The 870 Express has an 8 shell capacity, the smallest spread, the second best damage, and better range than the Super and the AA-12. It's a pump action shotgun, meaning it shoots slower and features a slower reload speed. I feel like it's for a tactical shotgun user using both hip fire and aim down sight thanks to the increased range. Finally, we'll look at the TAC-14, which has only a 3 shell capacity and the largest spread, which is normally a bad thing for, say, assault rifles, but it could be a good thing for shotguns, which allow you to kill many ridden at a time. You'll be able to accomplish this by having the same extended range as the 870 Express, which is 10 more than the AA-12 and the Super, and still have the best damage. Other than the aforementioned 3 shell capacity, it does have a slower reload as well. So in essence, the TAC-14 is when you want to do quick, high damage, possibly taking out large groups of normal ridden, or not missing a special ridden while having the time to reload. We'll look at the two machine guns next, the M249 and the RPK. The M249 has slightly less damage than the RPK, but has far more rounds at 80. A very slow reload, but better accuracy, mobility, and handling. So I recommend it if you have the time to reload, because it also features the largest amount of bullets to shoot in the game. The RPK does more damage, half the rounds at 40, a faster reload, and better range than the M249. It's when you want more bullets than the typical assault rifle, but when reloading and having good range is more important than even more rounds to shoot. Looking at the snipers next, we have the Barrett M95 and the Phoenix 350L. The Barrett M95 is a bolt-action sniper with a 5-round capacity, the longest reload, and the largest hip-fire spread, but features the highest firepower damage in the game. The Barrett M95 is when you want to do the most damage to take down the special ridden in one shot. The Phoenix 350L, maybe light, is another 5-round bolt-action sniper, but has a much faster rate of fire, a shorter reload time, and a smaller hip-fire spread. Is when you want to do high damage, but still contribute and kill the regular ridden as well. We'll look at the semi-automatic rifles now, which is the M1A and the ranch rifle. The M1A is a semi-automatic 10-round rifle with a small hip-fire spread, better firepower, range, and handling than the ranch rifle. Yes, is classified as a sniper, but I used it to compare it with the ranch rifle because of its semi-automatic fire mode. You'll want to use the M1A if you want one of the best firepower and range at the cost of mobility and accuracy. The ranch rifle is another semi-automatic 15-round rifle with better mobility and accuracy than the M1A. It has approximately the same hip-fire spread as the M1A and does less damage. The ranch rifle, in my opinion, is basically the opposite of the M1A if you want mobility, accuracy, and more ammo instead. The last set of primary weapons we'll look at are the assault rifles, the M4 carbine, the AK-47, the M16, and the SCAR. The M4 carbine has the lowest damage, lower range than other assault rifles, but has better accuracy, handling, and mobility. Is fully automatic with a good medium hip-fire spread and a 25-round capacity. The carbine is good when you want a good hip-fire assault rifle with good handling and mobility at the cost of damage. The AK-47 is another full auto assault rifle with the second highest damage, the longest range, but has a slower rate of fire, a higher recoil, a 20-round capacity. It features a similar hip-fire spread like the carbine. The AK-47 is preferred when you want range, damage, and hip-fire. The M16 has almost identical stats as the carbine, but has a 3-shot burst fire, slightly better accuracy, and the smallest hip-fire spread. I like this gun for removing special ridden and when aiming down sights. Finally, the SCAR features the best damage among all assault rifles and has better accuracy and handling than the AK-47, but has a slow rate of fire and the largest hip-fire spread. So essentially, the SCAR is good when you want to do the best damage per bullet while aiming down the sights. So those are all the primary weapons for Back 4 Blood. Let me know in the comments below what are your favorite weapons in the game. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Back 4 Blood, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.